Hey everyone, welcome to this 20-minute stretch class suitable for all body types and abilities, whether you are a cyclist or maybe a runner, or you just want to get some movement in today without doing full body workout. This is for you guys. Okay, we're going to start on our bottoms, so seated position. Have your legs however is comfortable for you, so I don't mind mine crossed, but find somewhere that you're happy. We're going to warm up through the neck to begin with, and then work through the rest of the body. So I just want you to start with some head lift. So we're going to take the chin up and then draw the chin in towards your chest so that you're finding the stretch in the back of the neck and drawing that chin in. We're going to work them through with the breath. So try to connect with the breath as you work through your stretches. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Long breath in, long breath out. In at the top, exhale to return. We're going to work 2 more of those. And then come back to the center for me and turn the head to one side as if you're looking over your shoulder. Coming back and change. Breathing out, breath in. Remember to just take your stretches as far as you want them to go. But always staying where you're comfortable. Breathing out, breathe into center. Last one each side. Bring it back to the center for me, ear towards that shoulder. Try not to lift the shoulder to the ear. So finding your stretch down the side of the neck now. Breathing it through. And bring it back for me. I'm going to take both arms up. Big stretch. Reach towards the ceiling as high as you can. And then release off. And again, lift the arms, drop the shoulders down. Sitting up out of those hips and release. Take a breath in at the top. Breathe out as you return. Head following hands. Inhaling. And exhale. So starting to warm up through the shoulders now. Breathing in. Breathing out, last one. And then release for me, shake out if you need to. You're going to bring those hands in front of you now and lace the fingers. Push the palms away from you and bring your chin towards your chest. Start to round through the spine. So you're looking for the stretch across the top of the shoulder blades. Take those hands to the ceiling for me. Reach up nice and tall. Open the chest wide. And you're taking those hands behind you. Lace the fingers. Push away to the back wall. So finding that beautiful stretch through the chest. You can lift the chin if you want to, or stay where you are. And again, release for me. Take the hands in front, lace the fingers. Push the palms away from you. Bring your chin towards your chest, and you start to round through the back. Lift up to the ceiling for me. Making some room between your rib cage and those hip bones. Open the chest wide. You're taking the hands behind you now. Lace the fingers, push away. You can drop the head back if you want to. Release. Last one. Push away. Chin to chest. Exhale. Inhale at the top. Breathe out to release. Hands behind you, inhale. Bring those shoulder blades together. and then release for me. Shake out if you need to. Okay, from here, bring those feet in front of you, side by side, and the hands just behind your hip bones. And you're going to sweep the knees over to one side, come back, and change. So just warming up through the waist. Breathe. The hip rolls. Take it as far as you want it to go. Good, last ones. And bring it back to the center for me. From here, extend one leg long. The bent leg, we'll just relax, so let the knee just drop out to the side. You can either draw the foot in towards the inner thigh, or if it's not comfortable for the hip joint, then just relax the leg wherever you're happy. Straight leg, want you to flex the foot. So push the heel away for me, toes towards the ceiling. You're going to run those hands down the leg towards the foot. May just be a small movement, depending on how tight you are down the back of that leg. Take a breath out into that big stretch through the hamstrings, and then breathe in as you return. And again, reach the hands away towards the foot. Keep flexing. Exhale. Inhale at the top. Breathe out. Breath in. And last one here. And then come back for me. This foot, you're going to take across the thigh now. Try not to have the foot too close to that thigh, to make sure there's a gap there. You're going to take the opposite arm to the leg, across the knee, and draw that knee in towards your chest. So I want you to sit up as tall as you can. And you're finding that beautiful stretch through the glutes and around the hip joints. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can either stay here in that stretch if you're happy there, or bring the hand a bit further round, open out, taking the opposite hand behind you, looking over that shoulder, so increasing the stretch, and then releasing off. We're changing sides. So extend the other leg long for me. Bring that foot in if you're happy to, or leave the leg out to the side, knee just relaxed. So find your positions. You're going to slide the hands down the leg towards the foot, flex the foot for me, push the heel away, big stretch, and then bring it back. And again, breathe out into your stretch, head coming towards your knee. Inhale to release. Don't worry if that's just a small movement. You might only get halfway down the leg. That's completely fine. As long as you're feeling your stretch, then you're in the right place. Exhale. Inhale. Last one here. And bring it back for me. This bent leg, take the foot across for me. So coming into our glute stretch from here, making sure you've got that gap between the thigh and the foot. You're going to take the opposite arm, have to check I'm doing the right side, opposite arm to leg, across. Okay, finding your glute stretch, pull the knee in towards your chest and lengthen up nice and tall. So you lift the chest to the ceiling, big stretch. May feel different on one side to the other, so you may notice that you're tighter on one side. Nothing to be alarmed about, it's quite common. Breathing it through. If you want to increase that stretch, taking the hand to the outside of the leg, opposite arm behind you, reach away, open the chest and looking over the shoulder. and then come back for me. From here, we're going to work mermaid stretch and come into a beautiful hip and glute stretch from there. So cross those legs if you don't mind them crossed, or bring the feet flat on the floor in front of you. So mermaid stretch, hands out to the side. You're going to take the left arm up and over and the right elbow towards your mat. Finding that big stretch down the side of the rib cage. Lengthen at the top as you come back and change. Take a breath out. Breathe in as you return. Exhale, reach away through the fingertips. Inhale, bring it back. Reach away long, lengthen tall. Good, last one here. Bring the hand onto the mat for me from here. You're still finding that lovely stretch. Opposite leg, lengthen away. So straighten that leg. You're going to bring this bent knee higher up the mat, if you can. So that might be enough of a stretch for you, just here. If you're coming with me, I want you to rock the pelvis over so that you start to lean over that front knee. You can stay here and breathe your stretch through. I can already feel a big stretch through that hip and the bottom. Or start to lower yourself towards the mat. You can walk the hands away from you. Coming really deep into that stretch now. Deep breath in, long breath out. You can start to rock the pelvis if you're happy to. Beautiful stretch. And then start to walk it back up for me. And we're going to change sides. So come back onto your bottom. Swing the legs over to the other side. Both hands to the top of the mat. And then this back leg you're going to straighten out. The bent knee you're going to pull up towards the front of the mat. Now that might be a stretch already for you, in which case you can stay here and breathe. If you want to find the stretch or get a deeper stretch from here, then you're going to bring the pelvis across so that you start to lean across that knee and you come deeper into that hip and glute stretch. Now that might be enough for you to stay here, or you might want to walk those hands forward and lower the chest down. Coming into that rocking movement, if you're happy to, then just gently rocking the pelvis. Deep breaths in, long breaths out. And then slowly bring it back up for me. Both legs back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Draw your heels in towards your bottom, leaning forward and finding a stretch through the inner thighs. If you want to, you can use the elbows to push the knees away towards the mat, so increasing the stretch, or just stay here and breathe. And then release for me. Okay, you're going to come onto your hands and knees when you're ready. Okay, we're going to start off with child's pose. I want you to take your knees nice and wide, so about as wide as your mat, but bring your feet together. Sit back onto your heels and then widen the knees a bit more if you can. So feet together, knees apart. From here, walk your hands forward and you're starting to lower your chest towards the mat. I want you to push your bottom back towards the heels and you're finding that lovely stretch through the pelvis. So the pelvis is open. Breathe. And then come into a sway from here. So rocking the pelvis side to side, you're coming deeper into that hip stretch. Breathing it through, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep pushing the bottom down towards the heels. And you can stay here as long as you want to. If you're coming with me, come up for me and bring your hands onto the mat in front of you, keeping those hips nice and wide, so knees open. Wait, so just walk the hands forward for me, lift the bottom up, and then come forward into your stretch. And again, push back onto those heels, and again, walk the hands away, forward into your stretch, and push back. Keep that going for me. So push the pelvis forward, sit back, take a breath in, and then breathe out. If that's too much for your knees, you can just walk the knees in towards the center, just to make it less of a stretch. If you're happy to, this time as you come forward, you can pick up the feet, come into an extension for me, lean back, and then bring it back to the mat. And again, forward, pick up the feet, draw up the head, and back you come. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out as you return. Last two, inhale, and exhale, last one. And sit back for me. Bring those knees back together. And take a breath. Okay, from here, back onto your hands and knees, you're going to step the left foot forward. Hands either side of that foot, wherever you're happy to. So you might be happy here, or it might feel more comfortable back a bit, so towards the heel. I want you to come into a hip flexor stretch from here. So we're going to bend this front knee, and you're looking for the stretch in the top of your right thigh. Holding your stretch and breathe, or you can lift the chest. I want you to push back on that front foot now. Lift the front foot off and push your heel away so that the toes point to the ceiling. Big stretch down the back of that leg. And again, bring it forward into hip flexor. Lift the chest if you want to. And then push back. Push the heel away. Take a breath in as you come forward. Exhale to return. Inhale, bring it forward and hold. So staying in your stretch. Sink your pelvis down a bit lower to get deeper into the stretch if you can. Hold it there, that might be enough for you. If you're coming with me and you're feeling like more of the stretch through the front of the body, then start to lift the chest so you can take those hands away. Bring both arms up for me and bring your palms together. Lean back into extension. Beautiful stretch through the front of the body now. And then release. We're going to change sides. So when you're ready, bring in the right foot forward for me. Hands either side of that foot, wherever you're happy. And then come back into your hip flexor stretch, but for the left hip flexor or left side. Stay here and breathe. Or lifting the chest if you feel like increasing that stretch. Push back and come into the stretch for the back of that right leg, toes to ceiling. Push your heel away. Coming forward, hip flexor. Breathe. Push back, toes to ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, bring it forward and hold in your stretch. Sinking the pelvis lower towards the mat. If you're happy to, hold and breathe. Deep breath in, long breath out. Stay here or start to lift the chest. Both arms coming up if you want to now. Bring those palms together and reach those fingertips away towards the back wall. Lift the chin. And then back you come. Well done. Bring those knees back onto the mat for me. We're going to work some cat stretches from here with some threads as well, so spine rotations. Okay, line up your joints for me. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hip bones. Curl up through your spine, chin towards your chest, and take a breath out. Breathe in as you come back. And again, curling up through the spine, exhale. Inhale to release off. Keep it going. If you just want to bring it back to neutral or a box position, so here, that's completely fine. So it just depends on how you're feeling through the back, whether you have any issues there. You just stay where you're comfortable as always. So spine mobility, also a breathing exercise as well. Try to empty the lungs completely on your out breath. Refill the lungs as you come back. And again, head moving in time with your tailbone. Let's take one more here. And then release off to neutral for me. Okay, from here you're going to take one hand up, doesn't matter which side, reach up through the fingertips as high as you can, and then come back, thread that hand through into spine rotation, and then back to your box position. Change sides for me, so reach up as high as you can. Big, big stretch, open the chest. And then into your thread for me. Reach. And coming back. Take a deep breath in at the top. Exhale, thread. Changing sides. Breathe in. Breathing out. Let's work that through twice more. And last time through. And when you've worked that last thread, come back to your child's pose for me. You can take the knees wide or however you're comfortable. Releasing your forehead towards the mat. Either leave the hands where they are or take them down towards your feet. And just breathe.